What comes to mind when you envision the concept of community? Is it your neighborhood, places of worship, schools, or workplaces? For more than 170 Michigan youth in foster care waiting for forever families, community means many things. Community is the bond with the other youth in the foster care system and within residential placements. Community is the helpful adults and their young lives that they meet and interact with along the way. Community is hope.
While they both wait for their forever families, Vincent and Jorden share common bonds and experiences that are unique to 15-year-old boys in foster care. Through recruitment activities in hope of connecting with a forever family, Vincent and Jorden made their unexpected connection along the way.
Hi, I'm Jorden, I'm 15. I'm Vincent, I'm 15 too. I've been in foster care since I was 3. I've been in foster care for like 3 years now.
My name is Jessica Thompson, and I'm the recruitment specialist at MARE. And part of my job is planning our meet and greets that we host across the entire state of Michigan. A meet and greet is a closed event for families who are approved for adoption and youth who are photo listed on MARE who are available for adoption to come together and just meet and mingle and hope that a match happens. I actually had the pleasure of being able to see Vincent and Jorden meet for the first time at a meet and greet. It was actually Vincent's first meet and greet.
I just saw another person that like is kind of like me, like in the same situation and like the same age. I just wanted to like, I don't know. I just wanted to know who he is and everything. Yeah, I just want to hang around with some kids that's the same age as me, because where I'm at right now, I don't really get to do that, you know? I feel like it's easier to connect with people who was in a similar situation to me. So I feel like that's another reason why I didn't hesitate to talk to them.
We are able to provide these opportunities for these kids to come together and kind of build their own community amongst each other. The goal is for them to connect with families, but we also see that they connect with their own peers. So kids that are in the same situation as them, walking the same steps, and they can easily relate to each other. So I think a big thing of them coming to these events is they get to like see their friends, and they get to just have a good time with kids their own age who understand what the other is going through.
Other people like you see them having a family, and then you don't have a family, you kind of feel bad for your own self. But like you know that if you're gonna get a family, then you're gonna be kind of like them.
We're never going to stop recruiting for these kids. We're always going to kind of be that community for them that's maybe behind the scenes a little bit more, but we want to continue to provide them those opportunities to attend a meet and greet, to do a video, to have photos taken, to be featured in a magazine, to do an in-depth profile, to do all the things that are really just going to kind of put them out there and help them be seen and hopefully find permanency, whether, with a family, which is our main goal. But we love being able to even just connect them with their peers to know that there's somebody else that is out there that, is going through the same thing that they are.
You don't know when you're gonna get adopted, so it's kind of like anxiety kind of a lot, because you don't know when you're gonna get adopted or if you're even gonna get adopted. I already know that I'm irritated and hopeless about it. Families really don't be wanting kids our age. They be wanting little kids and stuff. To me, my mindset saying that's selfish because they don't want to give us a chance, but everybody deserves a chance. So,
in speaking to families, I think it's important to keep an open mind always, and to know that these kids know that they have files on them, and they know, and just keep an open mind that they are not always what's on paper. There's so much more to them than that, and anything that could have happened, say, a year ago, they could be in a completely different place now.
No one's gonna want to talk to me or nothing because they probably looked at my past and stuff, and it always never fails. They always think I'm a bad person because of my past. That's how I felt a little bit. I ain't about because all my previous decisions of what I did bad and stuff, I feel like no one was gonna adopt me because of that. I feel like some of the things that I did is because of some of the things that happened to me, or some of the things that I experienced or saw. I learned from my past. I'm learning to be a better person.
Y'all don't necessarily see it from our perspective, just like we don't see it from y'all perspective.
Like, you don't know if you're going to next family, next placement, or anything.
It's easy for these kids to lose hope and get defeated. So you need to show that you're always gonna fight for them, because if you show them that, they're gonna wanna fight and advocate for themselves.
Yeah, we all deserve a second chance. You gotta have a little patience, because without patience, it's gonna be a hard process. And you gotta have hope too.
You should always like make it to where in your mind, like you're saying to yourself, like whenever like you feel like depression and helpless, that you're gonna have a family, or like even if you don't get picked for adoption family when you're 18, you can make your own family.
They need to know that someone is always gonna be in their corner no matter what.
Cause I don't know if like someone's like looking at my video or anything just to adopt me and like waiting. So I want to keep doing it until like I get a chance for a family, with a family.
Cause I have patience and I have hope.
Vincent is still hoping and waiting for his forever family. While Jordan's adoption goal has changed since filming this segment, he gave us permission to share this piece of his story with families and other youth.
Jose has cultivated strong relationships with his peers, having resided in foster care for over 3 years. He provides guidance to youth who are both new to foster care and new to living in residential facilities. Jose recognizes the significance of self-advocacy and adoption recruitment and actively encourages other youth to advocate for themselves.
My name is Gabriel, I go by Jose, and I'm 14. I've been in care for three years now. When I first came into care, it was a little nerve-wracking, just cause like it was new to me. Like I've been in a lot of different placements and have bounced around all over the state. If you started off, like just like got to a new placement and trying to build relationships with kids around you, I would say like try keeping it as much positive as possible. Always have like each other's backs. I stick up for kids, especially ones that are extremely little and get picked on by either older kids or bigger kids than them. So like having a kid like RJ, ever since I got here, he didn't even know who I was, and something just clicked with him. Every time I would go and talk to him or see him, he always runs up to me, and it makes me happy seeing him happy. I like to see people, like a lot of kids, like succeed and overcome their fears a lot. Like with RJ, like when he was at the meet and greet, he was nervous, and with me being right there, he kind of opened up and started wandering around himself without needing me to be there. With Aaron, because I don't want to see him here forever, so I like having him do the video, have more families look into him. It would help him get out of here, and it kind of puts a better look on him. I mainly just want to see the kids succeed and get out. We all go through the same thing. We're all under the same rules of the house. Just having those relationships can take you a long way through like anything, really.
While Jose is active in helping find his forever family, he is also hopeful for those youth around him to find their forever families. Jose is hopeful that his positive interactions with other foster youth will inspire acts of kindness and offer support to others that might be struggling.
For so many youth in foster care, it would be a dream come true to one day work in the foster care community, to be able to give back to young people living through the same things they might have experienced. In catching up with Molly, who was a Mare youth just 8 years ago, she explains how she was able to do just that.
Hi, I'm Molly. I'm 25 years old and I'm a former Mare youth.
Hi, my name is Molly. I'm 16 and I'm going to 10th grade.
16 is crazy. I still have that dress.
I'm funny, I love kids, and I'm open-hearted, and I'm really giving.
I'm like speechless, so I don't know. So I've overcame a lot, for sure. My goal was to be on like the billboards on the highway, to like, you know, be the best pediatrician. I was in residential homes, locked facilities. I went from like Kalamazoo, Detroit. I was all over Michigan. And then I went to an independent living when I turned like 19. And then they helped me graduate. Then I ended up just going to work at residential homes because it touched home, and then AFC homes. I would say it was hard at first. That's kind of why I went to the adult foster care, because it was a little hard and there was a lot of triggers for me. But I feel like seeing them grow and being able to mentor them and them looking up to me and seeing that I was able to make it out of the residential homes and that it's not as bad as it looks, and that there is people out here that do care, was what made me like happy to go to work and seeing the smiles on the kids' face. Because once my mom and my dad gave their rights up, I always thought, well, nobody's gonna want me. My mom and my dad gave it up. Like, those are the people that, you know, made me. Why would anybody else want me? And I'm so messed up in the head from everything that happened to me. Ain't nobody gonna wanna take care of me. That's always what, like, I heard in life was like, you're too difficult, you know, you have too many needs. Like, nobody's gonna want you behavior-wise. And I was just like, well, that's kinda messed up, you know? I feel like I was a good kid. I was a good kid, but I did have those health issues. I did have those behavior issues and those mental issues. So don't listen to what everybody says, because when people told me, oh, well, your mom and dad don't want you, nobody else wants you. That's not true. Because I did have one foster mom that loved me. She taught me so much stuff, like, and I gave her hell. And she never gave up on me till this day. She helped me get it accepted into college. She helped me with getting my first type of car, like how to look for things. It is the little things we will remember. I still talk to her to this day too. So like, don't ever listen to what everybody else says, because at the end of the day, like, you can make it, you know? I had one worker that I'll never forget. She was the best worker I ever had. She never gave up on us. And me and my brothers and my sister was a hard case for her. She never gave up on her. Like, never gave up on us. And to this day, she's still there. If I called her today, she'd probably answer. I love myself, you know, be okay to be alone sometimes. Even if you don't think nobody wants you, because somebody out there wants you.
While the weight of being in foster care can often feel overwhelming, Molly is proof that there is success in perseverance and determination.
Through community connections, people are able to form lasting partnerships in pursuit of something that is larger than themselves.
Hi, my name is Linnell Miller. This is my 4th year of volunteering as a photographer to help the Heart Gallery Project for Mayor. I actually met Jessie through my work as a photographer. I photographed her sister's wedding. We just connected and really got along great, and you reached out to me after that, because you're always looking for photographers to connect with for this, and told me that you have a hard time, one, getting people to commit, and then getting people to follow through on their commitment. We have to look out for life in all of its stages, and that it's really important that, for me, that I do something to help a child find a home. Not just stand the kids up against a wall, but try and find something to engage them, pull out some of their personality, give them a space where they can also feel comfortable and free. For me personally, it was really important that those photographs be really beautiful. But it's really not something that's overly difficult for me to organize, especially since I have friends who have lovely spaces who let me use them. The social workers are so good at coordinating, and now that we kind of have this feeling, this rapport, they understand that when I say I'm taking you to a random farm in Lowell, they're fine with it, because they understand that I'm finding a space that works for as many people as possible. If you look around, you will always find your community. If you take Carrie, for example, tonight, who's hosting us, she doesn't have the camera and she's not taking the pictures, but she is like, hey, can we make this a memorable experience for these kids? There are other things that people can do that are like there. Maybe it's you're helping teach a life skill. how do you help somebody get ready for the next phase of life? What does that look like? They can open their homes, their backyards. You need a safe space. Businesses, you could, like, hey, we're a restaurant. We don't actually start serving till 4, but we have great lighting, and you can come in at 2 o'clock. I hope that your time with me is fun, and I hope that you look back on pictures that I've taken of you or that somebody else has, and you remember that somebody else out there cares about you.
Linnell contributes a small portion of time and her photography talents to ensure Mare youth have beautiful photos on the Heart Gallery display. What can you do to help youth in foster care who are awaiting adoption?
My picture of a family is mom, dad, doesn't really matter, how you say it, and a dog or something, dog or cat. Someone that cares. Like if they have a trampoline, I love trampolines.
What I'm looking for from my family is like love, support. We hang out, but not like always hanging out. Like sometimes you give me my space and then I'll give you your space. Actually, it doesn't really matter. I can have a mom, mom, dad, dad, mom, dad, because like, I don't care. I at least want to have like at least one sibling. I want an older sibling. How I feel about pets is I love pets. I want to pet snail.
I want a family that has one mom, one dad, one brother, and one little sister, and a cat.
A fun family. I just want a family that loves me and accepts me for me. I would love to have no siblings because it's always good to have people in your life that's new. I love pets, I love dogs, cats. They stink, but I still love them.
A community is the space we build with the people we care about. A community is a collective moving together against all odds. Be the community for youth in foster care. Get connected by visiting mare.org.